Tennessee sells out its season tickets for the second straight year. This actually came across my email during the show on Wednesday, and I didn't think it was that surprising. I had a national talk show host text me this morning and say, "Is that a big deal?" And I said, "I don't think so. I mean, as long as you put a product out there, Tennessee fans are there to support it. It's why recruiting is easier at Tennessee." When I saw 2 consecutive sellouts, I just kind of went, am I underplaying that?
No, I thought it would happen, but I will say this. I wish college football programs were publicly traded companies you could invest in their value in the stock market.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be amazing. I would have made bank on Tennessee because the truth of the matter is,
lost the bank on Florida State.
And here's why. Well, I don't mean like how they win. I mean like their actual value, their monetary value, like based on season tickets and things like that.
Okay.
I wish they were publicly traded.
Yeah, you would still have won with them because they almost made the playoff. All right, go ahead.
Yes. I would have loved to have bet. I would have loved to have invested in Tennessee football like last year because season tickets sold out this year. Here's why they sold out, Dave. And they sold out last year because of the success of 2022. They sold out this year because everybody in the know in Knoxville is thinking what I'm thinking about Nico Iamaleava. Well, or based on our poll question, at least 50% of Knoxville is thinking what I'm thinking. Now it's down to 47%. But whatever. The 47% is, wow, Tennessee fans are being very objective. 47% for our poll question think he won't be a contender in the Heisman this year. I disagree with y'all. I think he will.
Let's define contender real quick. Contender, I'm going to say is top. Well, contender, that's a finalist. Contender to me is somebody that's still realistically in the conversation last week. But back to our previous topic, and that was selling out the season tickets. Having Nico there as well. Even if you hadn't had the success that Josh Heupel had in 2022 with all the hype around Nico, that'd probably sell about 10,000 tickets in and of itself.
Oh, I totally agree. But see, here's where I'm going. Tennessee season tickets sold out this year because of Tennessee fans and Nico. After Nico does what I think he's going to do next year or this year, Dave, this is why I wish I could invest in Tennessee as a stock price. Do you realize how much more valuable and how much more in-demand season tickets are going to be going into 2025? Because that year is going to be, that's where you're going to see the First Take crews or the Skip Bayless crews or all these national media people that all they do is talk about the flashy parts of college football. They will be descending on Knoxville to try to get into Neyland Stadium for these games because Nico is going to be the most exciting player to watch.
How do you really feel?
I'm telling you, guys, Nico is one of the most exciting players, and he will be doing it in the SEC. So, like when Marcus Mariota does it at Oregon, it's like nobody cares. It's these late night Pac-12 games. You know what I mean? So no one really cared when that was happening. But when Nico Iamaleava is doing it in the SEC with Josh Heupel's system, putting up basketball numbers, you will see all of national media desperate next year to come to Knoxville to watch Nico play. So the season tickets sold out this year. I think next year Tennessee could double its season ticket prices and they would sell it out. Now I'm not giving them any. Every Tennessee fan is probably like, angry at me now.
Caleb's an idiot.
Yeah, like stop. I want to get my affordable season tickets, but
Caleb should die. I've seen some of the prices lately. I'm on those email lists.
Yeah, and Travis brings up a good point. Travis Pierce, I think, won't be there in 2025, but Boo Carter is going to be a splash player in 2024 also. And the splash of Boo Carter will just add on to the pizzazz that Nico has. And Mike Matthews will be the most fun wide receiver to watch in football in 2025. Guys, I'm telling you, everybody's going to want to come to see Nico play. And there are quarterbacks and players that are kind of like that. It's kind of like, you know how like sometimes in college basketball, Dave, there are those one and done prospects that when they're there, all these NBA fans will pay a ton of money to go see them play at Duke or wherever. Mm-hmm. You're going to get that with Nico going into 2025. Tennessee fans just know it right now, which is why they sold out their season tickets for 2024. But the college football world's going to know it in October. And I am so angry that Tennessee football is not in the stock market, because I would put so much money on them, because their value and their revenue is about to go explode.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee is going to continue to trend upwards with Nico. But if you look back at it, $2 million a year, and now they've sold out Neyland Stadium for the second straight year. When it's all said and done, was it worth it? If you get that type of player, if you get a Heisman Trophy candidate, not necessarily a winner, if you get a, let's say, Casey Clausen or better, that level of quarterback, very different players, but that level of quarterback is $2 million a year. Just in terms of finances, in your opinion, worth it to have the excitement that you have around the program in the offseason, and then subsequently to sell out the season tickets 2 years in a row? How much of that was excitement around Nico?
A lot of it. And it's worth it from the revenue base. But I will tell you this, giving him $2 million, and I say this with all the respect in the world for Casey Clausen, and I agree with you, one of the most misunderstood people to ever play football at Tennessee. If Nico Iamaleava is just Casey Clausen level, that's a massive disappointment. That's a massive disappointment. And because I'll just ask you this, Dave. What if Peyton Manning just had a Casey Clausen's career? We'd consider his 10-year on Rocky Top a massive disappointment then, wouldn't we? Given all the hype when he committed to Tennessee in 94?
It's fair.
I mean, yeah, that's a major letdown if Nico's Casey Clausen, because let's be honest, Nico has more hype than Peyton Manning did in 94. And he has it without being the son of an NFL quarterback who was an SEC legend.
Are you at all concerned there's too much hype around this football team? And we're probably a big part of that. We address it in one moment, brought to you by Quality Tire Pro. The Eberle family has been serving Chattanooga's community since 1957. Go to qualitytirepros.com, qualitytirepros.com. Downtown on Cherokee. Stop by and tell Bo Dave Hooker said hello at Off the Hook Sports. Dave Hooker said hello at Off the Hook Sports. That's qualitytirepros.com, qualitytirepros.com. They will do everything for your car, completely take care of you.